Go ahead and introduce yourself. Who are we with today?
We are Visionary Enterprise. I'm Costa.
I'm Elingo.
What is Wave?
Fashion enterprise that works with a lot of different brands, creators, artists, designers that really deserve a spotlight in the scene of Montreal.
What is your fashion hot take at the moment, or a trend you don't like?
You go first, bro. A lot of fashion stores really just like bring your clothes and just go. But we're more like, no, like, what do you want in your lightings and your visuals and your music?
The people who believe in their craft are the ones who are going to survive in the industry, and the ones who can really be creative and really make a difference.
This is a family. Like, for the whole day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
We like this.
Feel me?
Yeah.
We like these now. The wave is coming. That's all I gotta say. The wave's coming. Feel me? The wave's coming. Like, you're gonna see.
And
There
we
it
are
is.
back, guys. We've been off for a month. We're gonna tell you right away. Life got in the way, but we are so back, and we have a lot of cool stuff on the way. So yeah, David, what you been up to?
I've been chilling, man. I've just been doing me, working. Oh, I didn't say I have a new job. So I got a new job.
Everybody,
Old job kind of.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah. So I mean,
Congratulations.
that's that. I've been selling phones at the fucking mall and shit. It's my new job. That's what I've been doing.
iPhone, Samsung, all of that.
Type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
What you been doing, bro?
also a new job, same job as I did before, but new schedule, new everything. So for the summer, it's also perfect. We have a lot, like I said before, we have a lot of things planned, guys. So keep in touch. Challenges, cool guests, podcasts, everything. So
All that.
keep in touch. Good reels, good TikTok, good everything. So keep in touch. And even today, we have some really good guests in the house. David?
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Who are we with today?
We are Visionary Enterprise. I'm Costa.
And I'm Elingo.
Sounds serious, man.
Yeah.
So what is Visionary Enterprise? What is Wave?
So Wave is, we are Visionary Enterprise. It's a fashion enterprise that works with a lot of different brands, creators, artists, designers that really deserve a spotlight in the scene of Montreal. So we work with a lot of different people, give them a chance to just really just show out in the city. I feel like it's a city with a lot of different talents and different like people like from different cultures and backgrounds. So putting everyone together, it's like a community. It creates like a good vibe. So
Yeah.
that's what we're building. Yeah.
Basically just bring everyone together and giving these brands and designers the opportunity to have that spotlight.
To showcase the talent, basically.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And
So-
what does it stand for? Like, what does Wave stand for? Like, when, like, what does it mean?
So it's we are Visionary Enterprise. So I ain't gonna lie, man. Like we really just sat down and we were thinking of a way to really just like say what we felt about what we think all the time. Like we feel like we're visionaries. We feel like we're people that have a vision, and we want to be around people that wants that vision or that has a vision too. So when we created a name, it was really just like that. We're thinking of a name that would be catchy but just interesting. So the next wave. Who's next? The wave next. That was us.
And yeah, and that's how we use it. We use it for basically everything. Like, come see the vision for our shows. It's basically, if you want to be part of the Wave project, you have to be a visionary. And that's what we allow with Wave, is just allow everybody to kind of be a part of it, whether you're a model, a brand, just someone who wants to come see a fashion show. We just really want to get the whole community involved.
Yes, sir.
And we have you guys in the studio today because we love you guys, of course. But also there's a Wave 3rd edition,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Coming on June 15th.
Exactly.
Right at Théâtre Paradox, guys.
Mm.
We put all the info in the link, everything in the description. So yeah, follow that up. Their Instagram page as well, Wave Visionary. So be on the lookout for that. Coming soon.
Yes, sir. Real soon.
All right, now let's go back to like the root, the source.
Right.
How did you two guys link up to make Wave?
So, yeah, I'll let you start that. I'll let you start that
Because
one.
it's the 3rd edition, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
it
a
has
fact.
to start
Yeah.
somewhere.
So how do we link up, yo? That's really crazy.
So,
It's an interesting story.
Story time. Let's
Like,
go.
Let's go back in time how we first met. I had a brand before.
Yeah.
And Ilingo modeled for me once. So that's originally how we met.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had the first edition of the Wave Fashion Show. At first, I did it with another group. I had a group that was involved, and we had the fashion show. And Costa was one of the brands, you know, like I invited him to the fashion show. Since I was always in the fashion scene since 2021, like I always was doing outfits and working with different brands and creators. Costa was one of them that I did, like I partnered with and, you know, modeled for. So he was one of the brand we invited for the show for our first edition. And, you know, it was really just a simple fashion show. And, you know, we already had like that creative openness for each brand. So I feel like that's where Costa was really interested into joining up and work with us. So after that, that's when we really just like linked up and had the whole fashion show. And after that, I think we're always in contact.
Yeah,
you know?
we kept in contact,
Yeah.
and then I just came to Lingo, and I was like, yo, I like the project. Obviously, it was at a lot smaller scale than it is right now. It was a small fashion show in Chabanel. So whoever is in Montreal, the fashion district of Montreal, Chabanel, that's where the first fashion show was held. I basically came to Lingo, and I was like, yo, I really fuck with the project. I'd love to help out next year. And then we just started working on the next fashion show. I started helping him out, and then it kind of just became it's like a go-to thing. Like we just really grew that.
I feel like it was natural.
Yeah.
You know, it was just
And
naturally
it
just
came
linked
like
up.
that.
Yeah. I feel like our vision was similar too.
Yeah.
So
So were you part of the first one? No. Right?
At part of the first one, no. The
As a
original
brand.
first fashion show, I wasn't. I was part of it. I was a brand.
Okay.
So
So let me ask Kalingo. The first one, how
Yeah.
many people attend that one?
honestly, I feel like there was like 300,
maybe more like
250, 200, 250,
Okay, so
300.
good though, like,
It
for
was a lot.
first
It was a
fashion
lot.
show,
It was a lot
good.
smaller. It
Yeah,
was
it was
like
a small.
like what I don't know if you guys could pop up some videos of it, but we'll try to
Yeah.
maybe get
Right.
you guys some videos.
I feel like there was like 250.
It was cool. It was like a
Oh.
little cool fashion show. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It really wasn't anything compared to last year, but
Yeah,
it
of
was.
course.
It was a lot. Like it was cool. It was a really cool experience.
I was asking because I wanted to see the girl, like you said, around 250 for the first
right.
one,
Yeah.
and then the second one last year.
Yeah.
About
last year, honestly, how much we say, like 400, 500?
We were
Or
at
more.
probably 450.
Pushing,
50,
right?
Yeah.
And
So
Yeah.
almost double than
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
And
the
how
whole
many-
venue and production too.
How many were expecting this year?
Yo, honestly,
In the sixth
like-
or what?
yeah, probably.
I mean,
around
look,
that.
there is a capacity to the
Yeah.
venues we have them at.
Yeah.
It just the difference is with this year, I'd say, is really just the production level, and that's what we try to keep up every year. It's like the production that's where throughout the theme or like throughout
quality.
the
Yeah.
quality of the show, you know. So we really tried to add a lot this year, and that's what people are
Mhm.
gonna see the difference this year. There's a
Way
lot
more seats
yeah.
this year, way more space for
Yeah,
people to
exactly. It
attend.
just-
So yeah, definitely more people this year than last year.
excited.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
both of you guys touch a bit on that, but your background in fashion, Costa, you said you had a brand, and Elingo, you said you got into the fashion scene in 2021.
Yeah.
But I want to know a bit more about your background in fashion. Like you, Elingo, for example, you said you got into fashion in 2021.
Yeah.
How was that process, and how did you
Yo,
get into the fashion industry?
Honestly, I was just making fits. Like that's all I did. I was just making
video?
fits. Yeah, just like outfits on Instagram, you know. Like I had a lot of free time, so I was just making fits on Instagram, just like making like my outfits with like a concept and like color scheme or whatever. And I would go outside and find something I followed through with that and just like make cool pictures with a story behind it or something. I was just doing fun with that. And I feel like my social media was growing because of that, and people started to recognize me because of like my sense of fashion, I guess. But you know, when I really was thinking about doing something like around fashion, I wasn't really I didn't really want to go to the brand route. I didn't want to do a clothing brand. I wanted to do something that was going to bring people together, bring a community together, a fashion community with the culture from Montreal and the aspects that Montreal has. So when we thought about doing the first fashion show, that's where it come from, really. It just came from just me just always been around fashion for a few years and just being like, yeah, let's just put it all together and bring a crowd and just, you know, create motion about it, you know. So, yeah.
What about you, Costa? You said you had a brand before.
Yeah. So
Do you still got that brand, or are you
So-
solely focusing on the fashion show?
So basically, I started off with a clothing brand about 4 or 5 years ago, I'd say. So I think it's been like 4 years, and yeah, it's been a while. That's kind of how I got my foot into the industry. I also study at LaSalle College in fashion marketing. So yeah, ever since I joined Wave, I just felt like I kind of stepped away from the brand right now, so I'm not really doing that anymore. Really just focusing on Wave. After the last fashion show, it really just, we just completely saw like the vision and what we could do for everyone, you know what I mean? And just the vision we have for it, honestly. I just felt like there was a bigger of a vision with Wave than running a clothing brand, and I felt like we could just do a lot more, you know what I mean, and help out so many people. And that's our goal at the end of the day, is to give everyone a chance, everyone a spotlight. So in that sense, yeah, I left the brand behind. I also had a bit of a background in event planning. I worked in nightlife a bit. So that as well, that kind of helped.
That's really cool,
things.
guys.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Would you ever go back to having a brand, or is that something you're done with?
I mean, honestly, I don't think so. If I'm being honest, I don't think so.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Honestly, after taking on this project,
Yeah,
it's a lot of, obviously it's,
It's
a lot of work.
bro.
It's a lot of work, and to balance two things like this, it's like, I feel like if you don't put all your energy into one project, it'll be very difficult for you to, it's very difficult to balance. Like, and sometimes you see people starting 3-4 businesses. Obviously, when they're more settled, and there's employees working it. But when you're a small team, it's very difficult to put all your energy into one place.
For sure.
Into two
You
places,
can't give
so.
your 100%.
Exactly. If I can't
project.
give my 100%, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the point of doing something if you can't put your all into it?
Might do a wave visionary brand, man.
Maybe
Fucking-
like a
shit,
private
man.
label.
That should be
Maybe something like that.
Maybe have a
man.
Wave brand doing the fashion show at the Wave show.
Maybe we don't know. We'll see. We'll see what.
Maybe one.
We
Maybe
only
one
need
day.
Just stay
20%.
tuned. Just stay tuned.
Oh, y'all need 20%.
Only that, bro.
Since we basically got the idea with you guys, so like
Right.
we need at least 20.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you said this is the third one.
Yeah.
On June 15th.
June 15th.
Yeah. So what is something that was memorable or something that you learned doing the first two ones that you can bring to the third one? What's a crazy thing that happened last year? Since we weren't there, we missed it.
Just the show, honestly. Like just experiencing that show and just seeing everyone out there and
crazy.
The crowd, the people, the brands, the excitement backstage, the models. Like just basically like the whole experience. Obviously for me, Lingo is a little stressful during the show. It was pretty stressful moments during the show, but I think Lingo could agree. Like
I feel like the craziest moment, if I think about it honestly, like the craziest moment I was at the fashion show, honestly, that I even like wanted to be again, and that really like says what is the way fashion show is, just the creativity of all the different brands. Like I feel like every brand came with their own ideas, their own creations, and just the concept around it, and we allowed them to showcase that. I feel like what makes us different from a lot of fashion shows from Montreal, honestly, is because we allow that. Like a lot of brands that would get in contact with us would let us know that like a lot of fashion shows really just like bring your clothes and just go.
Just step on the
runway. But we're more like, no, like, what do you want in your lightings and your visuals and your music? Do you have a happening that you want during the show? And I feel like that's what makes us really different and really more like a community and a group and a family. Like one of the proudest moments, honestly, at the fashion show is when like we spoke with the audience, the brands before the show, and the models were all there and everyone was sat down, and then we were just speaking to them and we were telling them how this is a family. Like for the whole day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
We like this.
Feel me? We like these now. Feel me? We family. Cause like, feel me? Yeah. Cause like if one brand goes crazy, it's good for the other brand. If one creator goes to the next level, it goes to the next level for the next one. So I feel like that's what people really enjoyed and really liked with our creation. So yeah.
Yeah, because it's something that it reflects good on you too.
Yeah,
like if your brand does big and you were part of this fashion show, it's good for the fashion, like it's good for Wave, and it's good for everything else that was everybody else that was in the fashion show.
So I feel like when everyone understand that's what makes us special. That's what make what we're doing special every year, and we're gonna keep doing it. So.
And you told me since every year it's growing, it's also good for the right.
For the
Huh?
You told me that, brother.
That ain't one of the questions.
Hey,
But then she
you
said,
got
"Yeah, that's
way
sweet."
No cap. Hold on.
So your favorite brand from Montreal? What is it for you?
My favorite brand from Montreal. Honestly, yo,
Yeah.
real shit. What is my yo, bro? What?
Oh my God.
I didn't know you were gonna pull it out, bro. If I knew, I would have been like,
surprise
chill, buddy.
question, bro.
But wait, nah, honestly, yo, like, my favorite brand from Montreal, honestly, if I have a favorite brand from Montreal, that's a good question, honestly.
It is.
Go ahead. Favorite brand from Montreal? Cut. Favorite brand from Montreal. And then
Where's
go.
my
For
favorite
you,
brand from
what is
Montreal?
it?
I feel like my favorite brand from Montreal right now, yeah, it's kind of from Montreal, is one of the brands that's going to be at the fashion show this year. Honestly, it's one of the brands I really like the story behind it. It's called Bleu Ciel. So their clothings are really around streetwear, but avant-gardist. Like with the clothing, they're really like heavy and quality, and he does it like by himself, and he does pieces so fast and so like accurate. So even when like I was talking with him and he got in tune with us, and even the way we met was insane. Like we had one of the shoots for one of the brands downstairs, and he came through with his girlfriend that was one of the models, and then he basically came to me and was like, look, I've been looking for an opportunity to be involved in a fashion show in Montreal. And, you know, he's like, he showed me his work, and like,
Yeah, it was tough.
you know, and I was really like, yo, like, he's insane. He's really good. So
It has a fire name as well.
you know what I'm saying? It's called,
Bleu Ciel.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
we actually just dropped their video, so
Yeah,
guys
too,
go check
yeah.
it out.
Yeah,
Wave Visionary on Instagram.
Yeah, we dropped this video, and then, you know, like, he's been working with us, and he's even the one who's doing my outfit for the fashion show this year, because I love him and I love his work.
It's funny you said that, because my next question was gonna be, can you guys tell us what brand are gonna be there? All of them? Maybe half of them?
Actually, when are you guys planning on releasing the podcast?
That's the real question.
We gotta
It
talk
should be
to
next
the
Sunday.
boss man.
So
One
by the
week?
time it's out, all the brands are gonna be announced, no?
For sure.
So you're safe.
Yeah,
so
okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So let's start with the ones that are already out.
Yeah.
Bleu Ciel.
So we have Bleu Ciel, Sad Rich Kids,
Mm-hmm.
We have also One Off Montreal.
One Off, yes,
And we
Okay.
have Mirage du Coeur.
by Ismaël Ba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DWAI is gonna be
Abs-
there.
Yeah,
Right.
don't worry about it.
We're going to have D-Way.
Shout
We
out.
have Grimy.
Grammy too is gonna
Grammy
be in the
Montreal.
building.
Yeah.
We also have Janice,
Janice, a designer.
and we have
Okay.
Vanguard. We said Vanguard?
Vanguard.
Yeah, we
No,
have
didn't say
Vanguard. Yeah, we
Vanguard,
have
but yeah,
Vanguard.
What does
So-
that sound familiar? Vanguard.
Vanguard. Maybe you've seen them. They're
Pretty
pretty
popular. And that's pretty popular.
Isn't like a letter thing,
It's more like
accessories or no?
No, it's more like how do I say? It's like a mix of streetwear, like a nice. It's just
Yeah,
like a really.
avant-garde,
It's a
yeah,
nice.
really,
It's a
yeah.
nice brand to have in your closet.
Yeah,
Honestly, like
they're
a
fire.
really cool. A little bit of simplicity, but simplicity is like.
Oh, they're from
very
Quebec,
beautiful
right?
Yeah,
simplicity,
exactly.
you
Okay,
know?
I know
They're
that
from
girl.
Quebec.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
what I'm
really,
saying.
really,
Yeah.
really nice brand. Honestly,
Okay.
some really cool pieces.
Real nice. Whatever.
Yeah. So last year we had like I think we had like 11 brands, but this year we have 8 brands, but that's because like the whole production around the
Yeah,
fashion show, the
it's bigger.
storytelling and everything is way more implicated, like way more important this year. So that's why we had to be even more like creative with the brand owner instead of selective. You know, just take brands that are nice. No, we had to really like curate which brands were gonna be involved with the fashion show, and luckily like most of them accepted right away. So
Yeah.
And did you tell him like, yo, this need to be something like just don't just walk with your clothes and walk back.
I mean,
right?
look, so-
did you tell him like it needs to be an experience, and just
so
not a
basically
regular show?
When we introduced the Wave Fashion Show, it's not just like, okay, here's the date. It's June 15th, and
Bring some
that's
clothes
it.
and
Come
just
through.
walk.
Yeah,
There's a
just
whole
walk, yeah.
process that
Need to keep up with
these
you guys.
brands have gone through, and you know we're so appreciative of that, you know, and because we go through like a whole, we have our our general meetings in the beginning, kind of explaining the fashion show and whatnot, and then we kind of go into like, okay, we're gonna have one-on-one creative meetings with all the brands and kind of speak about what they want, what concept they want to explore. So we set a general theme. So this
Yeah.
year was Dream.
Mm.
And through that theme, every brand has to explore it the way they want to,
Mhm.
basically. So we kind of had the creative meetings with them, And then we have this document called the Creative Wave document, where they can really go and input all their ideas, lighting setups, any particular things they want in the fashion show. And then we go and have another meeting with them, see if it's possible, talk to our light team, sound team, pretty much everything. So we really push that creative side to the Wave Fashion Show, and that's what I think differentiates ourselves from the others. And then there's that, and then also the campaign. So the whole campaign shoot, we bring them in, and we shot an individual. So we shot our main campaign trailer for the fashion show, and then basically every brand's dream. So like when we had the creative meetings, we kind of explored the way they wanted to use that theme, and that's how we created their campaign videos. So their campaign videos kind of like reflect what they're gonna do on the runway.
Okay. And when you said you want to differentiate yourself from like regular fashion show,
Exactly.
is there going to be like any artists performing? Maybe.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have artists. We're gonna have dancers, creators. I feel like it's really just a bunch of people getting together from the culture of Montreal, like
So not just fashion.
not just fashion, artists and dancers too. So definitely gonna be in the building with us
That's cool. That's cool.
on June 15. You gotta pull up, man.
Gotta be
Up
there.
at Docs.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And what do you think would be your dream lineup for as far as brands from Montreal, or it could be? Do you guys think you would take it outside of Montreal?
100%, and that's our.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna start talking about
Miami.
our plans, because we do have a couple things that are.
But dream lineup, I don't think it's really a dream lineup. You feel me?
Because our thing with Wave is just really just taking these brands and just giving them the spotlight. So really, whoever really like puts in that time, that creative is so creative with their pieces and has talent, you know.
Whoever shows out in the city,
exactly.
basically, like whoever really steps in and
it doesn't matter if you have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, or 1,000, or even fucking 200. It doesn't matter. That's not what matters to us. It's really like putting those creators in front of the eyes of people.
So I don't know about a dream lineup,
there's no
but
dream.
shit, if we have Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and fucking Da Vinci that wants to pull up,
can make it happen.
I'm not gonna say no. But nah, I don't think it's really a dream lineup. Like he said, like it's really just
dream
a
lineup.
Feel me?
Okay. And how does the selection of the brand goes? Because I'm looking at all this stuff you guys are posting on IG. By the way, you guys are doing a way better job than last year.
Thank you.
I just want to say that,
Thank
right?
you.
Appreciate that. For
And I'm really seeing what I'm gonna see at the fashion show, like just a glimpse of it, and they really look all unique.
Yeah.
But not I wouldn't see them all in the same world kind of thing. So how does that process go for you guys?
I feel like one thing about us is like we're really inclusive. Like we really want everyone to feel comfortable. So when you come to the Wave Fashion Show, there's different styles, different approach, different brands, creators that like are from different groups, different ethnics.
Yeah.
Like
But then again,
feel me?
you
So
put
it's
him-
kind of like
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Then again, you put them under one theme.
Exactly.
Right? Dream.
Put 'em
So
on-
they're different, but it still makes sense.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
it kind of
They
correlates.
all explore the theme. Kind of how we see the Wave fashion shows. Every brand has their own fashion show within the fashion show. You know what I mean? That's why we give them their creativity to explore that runway the way they want. You know, they can do whatever they want on that runway.
So when you bring different individuals into one space, that's what makes it crazy, right?
Yeah.
So you're asking me like, how do you put them together and make them work like that? Just because that's our whole thought process. It's like we know the theme of dream allows us to get the dreams from all these different people with different styles, you know? So when we put them together, it does the Wave Fashion Show, you feel me?
Even though you're coming to see, like you said, different styles. You have ready-to-wear brands. You have higher fashion brands. You have women's wear. You have everything all in one show. So even for people coming to see the show, it's something that you get to see a bit of everything, which is really cool.
And experience new stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
Even me, like as a, you know, like we're working on the back end, but sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, yo, I wouldn't even expect me to like this, but now I really want to go get it, and work with them, and I feel like it just allows you to just explore more, and like it's Montreal, like that's the biggest part about the Wave Fashion Show. It's Montreal that we're trying to push. I feel like Montreal has the power to become like literally like a powerhouse of fashion. and like we have the creativity, the culture, and the differences that like if we put all of this together, like we could do something bigger than a lot of other places, and even have people from outside come all the way to Montreal to see this work. So that's what we're trying to push. That's what we're trying to do, and I feel like that's what we're planning on doing in the future. Honestly,
Doing it.
Clip that up. Yo.
that's a clip. Fuck it.
I'm joking. But actually, David, Keyshawn, and Matt were at the casting
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Mhm.
And we asked people what were their fashion hot take. I wasn't there. I was having fun with some Cuban women. But we wanted to ask you guys.
Right.
I wanted to ask you guys, what is your fashion hot take at the moment, or a trend you don't like?
You go first, bro.
You go first. Not gonna lie.
Me?
Yeah, you go
Fuck.
first.
A fashion hot take.
It doesn't need to be negative or positive. You can just
Just a hot take.
a hot take, something you think of.
I feel like more of an observation, you know. Like,
Go ahead.
Than a hot take. I feel like since we've been working with a lot of brands now, you know, all the time, I feel like we see a lot of similarity with a lot of brands. You know, I feel like that's something that like I feel like fashion becomes so much like accessible now. Like everyone can make their brand. Everyone can find a supplier or find a creator.
It's very easy to go
So
online.
It's
and
really so I feel like you can easily differentiate the workers and people that believe in their work and that put the time into it, and people that like just have the opportunity to do it, you know. And that to me, it's like I feel like that's where we're trying to look for these people that put the time in and the work in. So I feel like as a hot take, I'll be like, you know, I feel like fashion's getting a little like
Redundant.
yeah,
in a
like
sense,
honestly,
yeah.
I agree with him. Like the often what we see like sometimes on TikTok, like the puff print tracksuits and stuff like that. You know, honestly, it's
Yeah.
like it's very accessible, especially now in 2024.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very accessible to just anybody could start a clothing brand.
Mhm.
What's gonna differentiate you is
you know, your creativity,
your work,
your
creative
work
your mind,
ethic, and all
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I
So-
feel like that's
You guys are answering all my questions, man.
Yeah, they're doing all
You
into
know what
one.
we did, bro? We studied. Like we looked at your other podcast and we studied the questions.
They say politically correct answer.
yeah.
What do you hate, guys? What do you
You
hate?
wanna
Honestly,
say-
a controver-
Skinny
What do we
jeans.
hate, bro?
Yeah,
Hate?
bro.
You know what, bro? I hate these big platform shoes, bro. These big platform shoes.
There you go.
I just can't rock
I like
that,
them,
bro.
I
feel
like them because I'm short.
Those big Doc Martin, right?
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
love
like, I don't know, Doc Martin passed, but I feel like sometimes they do too much with the big platform shoes. Like, you feel me? Like,
Like those 5XL Balenciaga shoes.
yeah, like that's like, what are you be doing? And then they wear with them tight ass like skinny jeans, and then like, that ain't really my swag, but
Not me, I don't wear skinny jeans.
So you guys kind of talked about the state of fashion.
Yeah.
I guess how it's plateaued and how anybody can do it. Like it's not really rocket science.
Mm.
What do you see in the future, in terms of like where fashion is gonna be in 2 years?
I mean, I think one thing is the people who believe in their craft are the ones who are going to survive in the industry, and the ones who can really be creative and really make a difference.
Mhm.
You know, people who could really make clothes and come up with their own creative mind and not just copying someone else's flow. I think those are the people who are going to survive in this industry.
Because people are also getting selective with their money.
They
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They are. The
Yeah.
economy, there's that's one thing. Also, another aspect that's really coming back is, you know, global warming and no, I'm serious. Especially in the fashion industry.
It's all good. I'm
The
joking.
fashion
I don't know
industry's-
nothing about that, so explain it to me, bro.
The fashion industry is the second most polluting industry in the world. So I think brands who can make a difference in that sector can become big. You know, like can pursue to grow. So yeah, I think the creators, the people that are different and can make different clothes. You know what I
on
mean?
a more calmer note, because you went, you know, but on a more calmer note, I feel like
It's true. I'm
no,
only
he's
saying
no,
facts.
he's facts. He's
I'm only
facts.
saying
No,
It's facts though. Yeah.
but like no, I feel like on a more like cooler note, like I feel like like you said, just like the creators, but also I feel like there's a freedom now, like through clothing. Like everyone can make a clothing that looks way different from another, right? Like a big baggy pants with like a dress over it, you know, like people could go really creative, and I feel like in the future that's what's gonna make fashion different, because everyone's gonna be able to make the piece that they want and look comfortable in it and walk outside with it and be cool with it and make a fit. And I feel like that to me is where like the fashion's gonna go. You know, it's so accessible that there is the positive or the negative out of it, you know, like he said, the global warming, but like the positive aspect of it is just like people could be really, really, really creative
to really show their individuality.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's a fact.
Exactly.
So when you talk about the first year,
Right.
around 250 people, second year around 450 people, and this year we're gonna see soon. But what's next? What's next for Waves? Right? Because Wave. Thank you.
For
Waves.
What the fuck is Waze? Nigga, where you trying to go? This
For
Tryna
Wave.
drive.
What's next for Wave?
What's next for Wave?
Yeah, because you said like you want to maybe take
So
somewhere out of
We
Montreal
have
and
a few
everything,
plans.
but what do you guys
we
have
a
planned?
few plans that I don't know if we want to kind of leak yet.
Maybe
But
M4 too?
Look. All I can say
Go
is
ahead.
that the wave is coming. That's all I gotta say. The wave's coming. You feel me?
The wave is coming.
Like you're gonna see.
Now we'll give
Feel me?
some snippets. Like we are planning to do fashion shows
Yeah.
elsewhere,
Yeah.
and kind of
That's for
take this format, this fashion show that we
Yeah.
do, and like bring this to different cities.
Mhm.
like
you know,
next
'cause
year and in a few months.
I mean, hopefully in the upcoming year. That's our plans. You know, and also I'm gonna announce this now because
'Cause fuck it.
It's most likely
Go
going to
ahead.
happen. It's not for sure, but we're most likely gonna have our first fall winter fashion show this winter in Montreal.
He said it.
like a 2-night fashion show to
He
have
said
the
it.
double the brands.
We'll see. That's what I'm saying. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, one of those for real.
So
definitely.
that's some, and then we also have something else coming, something else a little different than the fashion shows, but
Yeah.
something else coming very soon.
Also, Ilingo, you said the first year Costa wasn't with you. Were you alone doing all this?
No, I was with my team. I was
Okay,
with
you had a team back then still.
Yeah, they kind of.
The team is not the team no more.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. But you know, there's still members that are involved. I feel like you know, like there's people that was there since year one. That there's even people that was there who were just around us, and now that are a team, like in a member of the team. Like even Costa, that's literally what happened, right? He was just around and just worked with us until like we worked on it so much together that it's like, yo, like you're a part of this, like you're a part of this creation. And I feel like there's a lot of team members that are exactly like that. They're just people that just like fuck with the wave, like fuck with like the culture behind it and just the story behind it. So I feel like they just naturally got in. But yeah, there was like members back then that like, you know, they kind of got off the train, but you know, we
Got
kept
off the
moving,
wave.
you feel me? Yeah, they got off the wave. Yeah, you feel me? They couldn't surf with it. But yeah.
For someone who want to start or maybe make an event happen, even maybe myself, right? What would you say is the most important thing? Do you need to have a team? Can you do it alone? Because for you guys, like you said earlier, you have the lights, you have the music, you have the this, you have the that,
Yeah.
the tickets, the marketing, the this, the that. Can you do it all by yourself?
I
What
mean-
is the biggest piece of advice
I
for
feel like-
someone who want to do an
Right.
event, create an event, create something big, right?
The first thing that you really need is like just to make sure that the idea is right. Like make sure that you studied your idea. Like don't just have something in your head and just like do it. No, like wait, like take the time it takes to build it. And then when it's ready, get the members, bro. Get the squad, get people around you that have the same mentality as you.
Exactly.
Feel me? And then feel me, right after that the growing is gonna happen naturally. You know, it's gonna happen like organically, you know. So it's really just the main two pieces, just to have yourself right, have you right, have your idea right, and then have your team around you right. Because when you're gonna push, they're gonna be the one pushing with you up.
Yeah.
You know, so
Without
that's
a team,
yeah.
especially at an event at this scale,
Yeah.
you can't do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's impossible because you know, if I'm backstage and with a lingo, you know, who's gonna be up in front? Who's gonna be downstairs in the backstage? You know,
Yeah.
like you need a team no matter what you do.
It's
Of
a
course,
fact.
it depends the kind of event you want to do, but for a fashion show like this,
Yeah.
without a team, without people around you that support you and help
Yeah.
you, there's no fashion show.
Facts.
So we gotta give a shout out to them because without
Shout out
our
to the
team,
members.
all
Shout
of
out
our
to the
members,
visionaries.
every visionary,
Shout out
that
to the
works with
visionaries,
us.
bro.
It's this fashion show cannot be done without them.
It's a fact.
Honestly.
Shout out to the visionaries. I'm not gonna call them up, but they know themselves. You know, they know
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
That's for sure.
Whoever you are, the surfers.
The surfers, the surfers. Oh,
And as
bro.
far as a Montreal brand, what can they do to get seen for the next Wave Fashion Show?
Boy, that's a
I
good
mean,
question.
honestly,
Off the dome too. Come on.
we really like scout out everybody.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you do the job. They don't come to you. you
Well,
come to them.
sometimes we'll get some DMs like
Yeah.
or something.
Definitely get
Sometimes
DMs. Yeah.
We'll
definitely
meet
get
we'll
DMs.
meet people. Yeah, we get a
Yeah.
lot of DMs.
But
from
we
a lot
look
of
too. I feel like that's
Yeah.
one thing about us. Like we're like we look the fashion scene in Montreal. Like we're
Yeah.
so in tune with everything that's
Yeah.
going on. New brands, new creators. Like we're there, and we have team members that are like there for that. That they want to. That they're already involved in the fashion. So all they're doing is just like like oh this brand this and
Yeah.
that. So
and it's really like obviously like just we're gonna if you're creative and you're putting in the work, like yo, why
We're gonna
not?
see
We're
you.
gonna give you the opportunity.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's it, and then
Mhm.
that's what we want is we want to give you that spotlight. We want to give you your fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
You know
And I
what
feel
I
like
mean?
that's why we keep a good connection with a lot of these brands. And
Yeah.
to us, like that's the point. Everyone's that work with Wave. Like I feel like we always have a good connection with them, and we're trying to keep that for the next brands and the next models and the next designers and everything. You feel me? Yeah. So that's a big part of it.
Guys, thank you so much for this quick podcast conversation thing. Elingo,
Ski.
Costa, thank you so much.
Ski.
June 15, guys, Théâtre Paradox Wave 3rd edition,
It's a
the
fact.
biggest one yet. Am I
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Tickets will be in the link down in the description. And yeah, we have a lot more stuff coming for C'est la vie, guys. So stay locked in. Thank you again for tuning in, and we love y'all.
Thank you guys.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.